St. Patrick's Day parade bans LGBT people from marching. This year's St. Patrick's Day parade in Staten Island, New York, is prohibiting participation of the LGBTQ community. Their application form states in all caps, "This parade is not to be used for and will not allow political or sexual identification agendas to be promoted." End quote. St. Patrick's Day is the feast day corresponding with the death anniversary of St. Patrick, a Catholic missionary and bishop who became recognized as the patron saint of Ireland. This day is celebrated with religious services and feasts in Ireland. However, Irish immigrants in America turned it into a largely secular holiday of revelry and celebration of all things Irish. Every year, the LGBTQ community and its supporters struggle for approval in participating in the parade in Staten Island. A similar ban was lifted from Manhattan St. Patrick's Day parade, but Staten Island remained obstinate. Carol Bullock, executive director of the Pride Center of Staten Island, was immediately denied when she went to register for the event. The outright discriminations has caused major politicians, such as Mayor of New York City, Eric Adams, to boycott the parade.
Wait, why are they doing this?
Because it's Catholic. Because they're declaring that this is Catholic.
It's secularized.
They're not letting that go. Wait,
So,
I want to find the exact quote. 1 second.
Would LGBT people be banned from Christmas celebrations because it's like Christian?
Here we go. The application form states that groups, quote, do not stand in any way in opposition to or contradict the teaching and tenets of the Catholic Church. They're the only ones that are like, the ones that do not stand in opposition to the tenets of the Catholic Church are the only ones allowed to join the parade.
Okay, so Yuval is saying it does not ban LGBT people. It bans using the parade as a platform for LGBT agenda.
Well, here's the deal. Miss Staten Island 2020, like a pageant queen, Madison Lil Sanlata, was banned from participating in the parade after coming out as bisexual.
Okay, so it does ban LGBT people, one. Okay, so it does ban LGBT people. Secondly, it should even LGBT people, LGBT agenda, that sounds such a right-leaning thing to say, okay? But if there is an LGBT agenda, it's a good one, okay? I like the LGBT agenda, and it should be allowed everywhere, okay? Here's a question. Do you think at the gay pride parade, if some people want to have one of those like things that, what each one of these things, what are they called? Each one of the
float?
Like a float? I don't know.
A parade float, that's what we call them.
Each one of them have a separate theme, right? So you have like one is cowboys, and I don't know, one is like the police, the other one is like a hospital, like celebrating.
There are different organizations that have their own little march in the parade.
But some of them are not organizations. Some of them are just like a theme. Like, you know what I mean? Like some with like a weird unicorn theme. Okay, so either organization or a theme. Okay. But that's what I
don't know if you know how parades work, because I don't.
I've been to our parades in Vancouver is so much more fun than yours. Okay, I've seen. Okay, really. So yes, this is Vancouver versus San Francisco. Okay, two of the gayest cities in the world. But true. But what if one of them was going to be Scottish theme? Do you think the gay pride parade would be like? No, they would allow it, right?
In San Francisco, we have like tons of Polynesian groups that come.
So what if like the LGBT pride parade would not be like, we don't allow your Scottish agenda here, or like your St. Patrick, like this is some Scottish propaganda being, this is supposed to be only about LGBT. The LGBT parade is used for the spreading of many different, like the police, that when they join the parade, they're marketing the police. Or when the hospital has its own section of the gay pride parade, not everything is about, like, it's also like, oh yeah, celebrate LGBT, but also hey, come to our business, we're here as well. Like if you need like this, if you need like vitamins, our store, like if another, I don't know, who, like, oh, Rogers, for example, when Rogers has like its own section in the Pride Parade, they're marketing their phone plans. Okay, so that's allowed in the Gay Pride Parade. So how come if you want to, and St. Patrick's, you want to also remind people that, hey, yeah, LGBT people are also part of St. Patrick's, and we're also like here, and also love is love, and we're against hate. Why, like, people see that as a hijacking. The entire Gay Pride Parade is hijacked by everybody, okay? But for all different kinds of messages, and it's allowed, right? So what is this double standard that St. Patrick's cannot, its parade cannot be like? Wait, do you not have other messages like in St. Patrick? Like, do you have not like different organizations getting on the bandwagon to market their agenda or whatever
The
they want to
police, the
advertise?
fire department, but not the organization that supports gay police, and not the organization that supports like
Okay.
gay firefighters.
So this is a BS excuse, like, oh, this is supposed to only be about St. Patrick. Okay, this is completely homophobic. This is anti-LGBT, right? Because if they wanted to act like, oh, we're not homophobic or we're not anti-LGBT, we just want to keep St. Patrick's Day about St. Patrick's Day, then they would not allow any form of messaging, any form of advertising like that has nothing to do with St. Patrick. But no, you guys are just homophobic. This is actually anti-LGBT. Right?
It's so ridiculous to me because in a previous interview, someone representing the parade committee said that this is about Irish heritage and culture. Like, this isn't supposed to be about anything else. This is supposed to be about being Irish. I'm like, I hate to break it to you, dude. There are 100% a lot of gay Irish people. And why can they not have any more access to a celebration of their culture than you? It's ridiculous.
Okay, so Yuval is saying, in an answer to Armin's question, whoever organizes a parade can decide if they want other agenda there as well. Yeah, and we are also free to call them out for being a bunch of bigots, right? Like, we didn't say like, yeah, you could be bigot, you could be a bigoted organization, and we are going to be like, we are also free to point out that you're a bigoted organization. So there's that.
Wait, this is ridiculous, right? Yuval. Saying, what other political agenda are they allowing there? Being LGBT is not inherently a political agenda. And just showing up and saying, hey, we're proud that we have not succumbed to the incredible amount of shame that we have experienced across generations for being the way that we are. And we're just here to show that we're open about it, to help other people not be ashamed too. Isn't itself a political agenda.
It becomes political because people are against them. It shouldn't be political, okay? It's because people are abusing them and discriminating against them. That's what makes it political. The idea, like, you like, it's so insane that, you say like, oh, we're not gonna have political things here. So therefore, if I attack any group, and now you have to create an organization or political activity around defending it, all of a sudden it becomes political because you're in need for political activity to defend yourself. All of a sudden you're excluded from a whole bunch of events because other people made your activity political. That, secondly, there are political events, and like, I've seen, what are you talking about? I've been to Pride parades. There were political parties that had their own section of the parade. So there you go.
Well,
these
this can't be. This isn't directly comparable because they also, in the application form, they say that they will not allow political agendas either. Okay, so it's not directly comparable.
Okay, so I go back to saying this shouldn't be. It's kind of like me coming at. Hold on, look. Let me give you an example. It's like me coming out and like taking a crap on your lawn every day until you decide to bring it up to to the mayor or whatever, that we should stop Armin for crapping in front of my lawn every day, and all of a sudden it becomes a political issue, right? So now everything you do around this becomes political, and you should be excluded from certain events because the idea of me crapping on your lawn has become a political event.
Yuval is saying, okay, Susanna, what other social agenda are they allowing there? the agenda of promoting Irish cultural heritage and explicitly the tenets and teachings of the Catholic Church.
Look, you not
What?
being abused, you not being discriminated against is the default position. The only reason it should be the default position. You can't be like, this is political. It's not people not having their rights, not being discriminated against, that is not political. The fact that they're discriminated against makes it political. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't be like, like, oh, this is the same kind of people who say like, oh, when we talk about like saving the entire planet from climate change, they're like, oh, why do you have to be political? Like, bitch, we're like, this is about like survival. This is beyond politics. This is beyond politics. This is about being able to live on this planet. Like, oh, it's political. I mean, technically everything becomes political if you want to talk like that, right? Everything at some point is somehow related to politics.
The personal is political.
Oh, that's cringe.
Oh, wow. Secular Sakai just sent us a manual super chat by donating to our GoFundMe, saying, great news today. Long live the Atheist Republic, and put our logo in emojis. Thank you. I love it.
Thank you. So, guys, look at the way that this is a new way people are showing their support for Atheist Republic is with the lion circle and the horse, because that's our logo. So they found them, that's pretty cool. I like that. And thank you, Secular Sakai, for that. Oh, and somebody, Scruffy, is agreeing with me, even though he or she doesn't like my shirt. Okay, cool. Long live Atheist Republic. Yeah, I like that.
Hell yeah.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah. All right. I think we talked about this enough. Is the YouTube video
about how to say it properly in Spanish? I would mess up the grammar, so I'm not going to do it right now. Hey guys, if you're a fan of Blasphemy and Sexy Callie, like me, then you need to be sure to subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below. Because if you subscribe, we will send you a free copy of our Blasphemous Art ebook. And let me tell you, it is the tastiest blasphemy that you can find anywhere available today. And we are so generous with our blasphemy that we continue to send you more blasphemy every week. So make sure to subscribe, link in the description below.